Let me explain to y'all about the whole concept about the manosphere and also explain to you about the whole concept about toxic masculinity. Okay. And I'm going to explain to you how it ended up infiltrating Black Americans. Okay. The manosphere, the manosphere is this. The manosphere originally started with white people. Okay. It started with the concept dealing with the patriarchal system of this country. The patriarchal system of this country is that they believe that it should be a nuclear family household. One man, one woman, children. They believe in living the American dream as well too. The whole concept about you going and strapping up your boots and going out and working, getting the house with the white picket fence. Okay. That's part of the patriarchal system. Another part of the patriarchal system is that the patriarchal system foundation is rooted upon Christianity. Okay. Once again, it is rooted upon Christianity. All right. So, with all that being said, these men decided that, hey, we're going to follow the guidelines of our religion. Our religion tells us that we have to be the head of the household. We have to be the dominant factor of the household, right? We have to be the authority of the household. The women in the household are lower to us. They're not equal to us. They're lower to us. Okay? A matter of fact, not only the women are lower to us, hell, we could treat the women any old kind of way, whatever. Now, our ancestors got tied up into the patriarchal system is because the white slave master had ingrained that into us. This is the whole concept about the house Negro versus the field Negro. This is the whole concept of what y'all learn about butt breaking. Okay. This is the whole concept which I learned about when the plantation master was sitting up here raping the black slave women. They was doing all these things during that time because they felt that was the domineer. That was the controlling one of the relationship. They believed that they had every right to sleep with the slaves while they was married to their wives. They believe they have every right to, the moment when their wives step out of line, right, that they could discipline them. They believe that. They believe that. So after that, right, the wives, right, they decided to fight back. Hence, we move into feminism. During that time, that's when the first and second wave of the feminism started, right? But guess what? Back then, women still didn't have power over the men like they were seeking. So guess what they did? They had to come up with some type of solution so it could get pushed. Hence, this is where the civil rights movement came about, where they started including the black slave women into their movement. They included the black slave women into their movement and called it feminism, but they disguise it as civil rights, and they also disguise it as equal rights as well too. So the first, second wave of feminism happened. All the women start coming together, both the slave women and the white women. They came together and started this movement. They also had got another dude, right, to co-sign the movement. One of the dudes who they got co-signed the movement, y'all know who he is, Booker T. Washington. He was one of the many ones who co-signed that movement. Sojourner was another person who co-signed that movement. But the reason why they co-signed that movement is because They co-signed it because of equal rights and civil rights, because they wanted black people to be free and also have rights in this country. So therefore, throughout the whole concept about the whole patriarchal system, right, there was have a pushback on that, created the feminism movement. Black women start becoming involved in the feminism movement. Eventually, the feminism movement started going into the third and fourth wave. The third and fourth wave is dealing with what we call the modern day women. The modern day women, after when they got their rights to vote, after when they got their rights to work, right? They said that there wasn't enough. They wanted to have their right to have power over the men. Hence the third, fourth, and where we are, the fifth wave feminism movement, right, happened. So ultimately, it became about a position of power. It no longer had nothing to do with abuse or anything like that. It became a position of power. So in response to this, right, this is where the Manosphere was created, okay? The Manosphere was created in response to the fourth and fifth wave of the feminism movement, okay? The Manosphere belief system is that they don't believe that a woman should have power over the man. They also believe that there were certain laws that were set in place to try to belittle that man, the one pretty much not only belittle that man, but to emasculate that man, to take that man out of his authoritarian position. So they started pushing back on that, created the Manosphere to counter that, right? But guess what? For every cause, there's an effect, right? So after that, they end up on creating fifth wave feminism movement. Then also another group end up created after that to be a response to the Manosphere. The group is known as the Pink Pill. Okay? So the Pink Pill is response to the Manosphere. Where they say, no, heck no, y'all not going to take the laws that we fought hard for during the feminism movement. We want men to be under us because we believe that we are the ones who are in power. We believe that we are the ones who are authoritarian. If you don't agree to us being authoritarian, then y'all could just separate from us altogether. The man in the Manosphere said, fine. They created another movement, which is known as the Red Pill. Okay? The Red Pill is way more radical than the Manosphere. The Red Pill is not only countering the certain laws that have been set in place to emasculate men, but they're also saying like, hey, if these women don't believe in the original patriarchal system, if they don't believe in allow us to be the authoritarian figure, us to be the leader, to be the protector and providers like we're designed to be, right? Then we are going to separate from y'all for real. And we have no problem with that. We have no problem with that. Afterwards, that's when the Passport Bro movie ended up happening. That's when MGTOW also happening, right? Then that's when the 4G movie also happening as well too. So that is where we at right now with how the way the Manosphere started and everything. Now, dealing with the whole concept about toxic masculinity is this. The only reason why masculinity is considered as toxic is for the simple fact that the feminist women do not want a man to be in control over them. That's where it boils down to. The fourth and fifth wave feminism movement, they don't even want to be equal to the man. They don't want to be equal to that man at all, period. They want to control. It's a power struggle. So they labeled it as toxic masculinity to emasculate that man, to bring that man to his lower self so that man could ultimately be a beta. That's pretty much what it is. That is actually what it is. Now, the thing that a lot of women was talking about in the past, talking about toxic masculinity because men doing all these certain things to them, that was how it was in the past in the original patriarchal system, which I agree. But modern day, or what they're talking about, no, it don't have nothing to do with that at all. The whole concept is dealing with a position of power.